Hi guys, Krabby Chaos Coordinator here. Would you like to see how I transform my laundry room from this to this? Then stay tuned while I break it down for you and hopefully inspire you to transform a space of your own. Let's get started. So welcome to part 2 of my laundry room overhaul. In part 1, we cleaned out the space, went through some things, got rid of some things we didn't need, and we were preparing to get everything put back together. So today is the fun part. We're gonna start putting things in containers and putting it all back into the space. Here you'll see me putting some things into containers to see how they'll fit. Keep in mind, when you're going through this process, it is a process, so you're not gonna get everything right the first time. It's gonna be trial and error. So ultimately, I tried this. I didn't end up liking it. You'll see it ends up in a different spot in the final product, but that's okay. Again, it's a process. Another reminder is it's not about Pinterest pretty. It's more about functionality. How is it going to work best for you and the people that need to access these things on a regular basis? In the case of my family, they're all very grab and go. They don't want to have to open something to get to what they need. So I made these easy to access because these are something we use all the time, and I put them into a container with an open top that they can just grab what they need out of it. And here I'm dealing with the washcloths that we had earlier. I was trying to figure out a way to make these easy to access, but I had more than we needed. We use these for cleaning all the time. So again, easy access so that everybody can get into them and when they need them. So I found a bigger container that works great for light items. And again, this doesn't match some of the other containers, but it isn't about being Pinterest perfect. It's about functionality. The other thing I made sure to do was to separate the regular cleaning washcloth style towels from our microfiber towels. For one, my daughter has a real ick about the microfiber towels, and realistically, we only really have to use them for electronics. So it's definitely good to separate them. Now we're ready to put it all back together. Be patient while you work through this. This is also a process. It may not come out exactly the way you planned it, and it might take some trial and error. Probably will, in fact. So just be prepared to be patient and work through it, and you'll be so glad that you did. Here you'll see me working through some of my own trial and error as I was refitting all the containers back into the space. And you'll also see me on my step stool for short people because I am very short. Well, not really short, but compared to my 6'6" husband, I am absolutely short. And this actually brings me to a good point that I believe I brought up in my first video in this series. You want to make sure that you're putting items that you access frequently where they're easiest to access. It sounds common sense, right? But you don't want to have to get on a step stool to access things that you access all the time. So things that are on the top shelf here, you'll see extra office supplies for my kids' school. You'll see things that we have extras of, like those glass cleaners I showed earlier. Those are things we don't need to get at all the time. So they work perfectly on the top shelf. And here's the finished product. So much better. I now have a home for everything. Because my containers are clear, I can see exactly what I have. I have the Lazy Susan here that has all of our cleaning spray bottles on it so that we can access them really easily. And some of our most frequently accessed items are easily accessible. And while I wasn't able to eliminate the white cabinet, I did make it more organized, and it's so much easier to find what we need. And it also helps that we eliminated so much of the duplication that was cluttering up the space. So that's it. That is my freshly organized laundry room. I hope this provides some inspiration to you to tackle those projects that you've been putting off in your own home. I hope it gives you some fresh ideas and a fresh perspective on how to tackle some of those spaces in your home that you just don't want to, but you know it needs the help. So again, I'm going to be providing some more organization projects throughout the year. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.